Greetings. I am the narrator. And no, don't adjust your screen or anything like that. You can't see me, but I can see you. So, it's finally here, October. And you should know the score if you're a regular on this channel. For the next 31 days, we are going to play 31, where our boss, Random Ross, that was not meant to rhyme, will review one horror movie per day in the build-up to Halloween, with 5 themed weeks this year. So, be warned. There are things in this that may disturb you, may shock you, but I assure you, this will be spectacular. So, without any further ado, let us begin this year's 31. I'll see you on the other side, if you survive. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a brand new edition of 31. So, October again. Yes, isn't it wonderful? And of course, I'm not the only one who does this every year. There's so many other horror YouTube channels that do this on year. I'm assuming the 13th Wolfman will be doing it as always. Tony Has 9 Fingers, Retro Horror, so many more of us. So, yes, let us begin our 31 days on here. So, this week it's it's Cushing and Lee week, meaning I'm going to be reviewing horror movies that feature, the two horror icons, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, whether it stars one of them, or them both, or whether they play a supporting role. As long as they are in these movies, they will be considered. So, let's kick off our reviews with, today I'm reviewing the Curse of Frankenstein. Yes, the Curse of Frankenstein, where, of course, Peter Cushing, of course, plays Victor Frankenstein, with Christopher Lee, who plays the creature or the creation. So, of course, you know the story of Frankenstein, and this is based on Mary Shelley's work, where Victor Frankenstein creates the machine to bring new life, and of course, he succeeds and the monster escapes, and of course, the monster is played by Christopher Lee after Frankenstein changes his ways on regretting his actions, realizing he's played God. And of course, the monster is all out there, and in this take, Frankenstein is charged with the crimes that the creature created, which kind of is his own fault. And of course, he tells this story whilst he's imprisoned, in the film, and believes this is his curse. So, what did I like about this one? Well, I think this was the first Frankenstein Hammer film, By the way, there's going to be a lot of Hammer movies this week because, like I say, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee are known for starring in these movies. Well, first of all, I thought Peter Cushing was great and Christopher Lee as the creature. And of course, he didn't look anything like Boris Karloff because, the whole green skin, the flat top, and the neck bolts. Universal actually owned the rights to that particular look of the creature, which is and in the source material, the creature kind of looked like bits of different people stitched together anyway. But the makeup effects on Christopher Lee, I think, were very good for the time, and this was in 1957. He must have spent hours a day in that makeup chair and hours in the makeup itself. So, you got to give him credit for that. Whether it was comfortable or not, I don't know, but still, good visuals on the creature. And you can, like I say, in the story of Frankenstein, you can relate it to the monster and stuff like that, and you sort of doing this. And yeah, we also had some supporting characters in there too, like the assistant, the guy who assisted Frankenstein in his research, and also, this was the beginning of all these Frankenstein Dracula sequels Hammer would do with Cushing and Lee. Um, I thought, the cinematography was good. I just like the classic cinematography of old movies. They just look really good how they're done. And, sometimes in new movies they will bring back this form of cinematography to make a film look old, and I like when they can sometimes do that. But like I say, this came out in 1957, so it's, um, you know, the cinematography is genuine for its time. And I thought this was, you know, a fairly decent one. I mean, the tone of it now is probably tame by today's standards. I mean, when the original Frankenstein with Boris Karloff came out in '31, that was considered very scary, and now it's like a PG film now that with it given a rating. And I believe this film probably would pass for a PG-13, 12A now, given how desensitized we are these days with horror. I mean, there were bits here and there in the middle where it was a bit boring. Like, it took a while for us to see the monster. A lot of the flashbacks involved Frankenstein doing his research, but I thought it was a decent one, and I believe, I believe that this was the first movie these two did together, Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. I don't know, they might have done, but yeah, this, you know, I think was the start of a good friendship between the two horror actors. So, ratings. What am I going to rate this one? You know what? It's a classic. I think it stood the test of time. I'll give it, even though the visuals, some haven't aged very good, I'll give it 4 stabs out of 5. Let's start on a good note. 4 stabs out of 5 for The Curse of Frankenstein. So there you go. There is my review for today. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of 31. So, one down, 30 to go. So, be sure to stick around. So I'll see you tomorrow, and until then, till next time, don't have nightmares.